Hello, it's me, Daphne. I see Happily Ever April has been commenting. How are you? It's just me for now. Maggie might be joining later, but I'm not 100% sure when. She signed up to join me tonight, so we'll see if she hops on. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Otherwise, we can just chill with me. I'm going to be pretty relaxed tonight. It's 8 p.m. for me on the East Coast. I've got the New York background tonight. We can just vibe out and chill. You've read just over 200 pages into Things We Never Got Over, and you're aiming to finish today. I want to read that so badly. I have that book as well. I love all the covers for them. They're just so like simply beautiful, and I love how it's like blue and then pink and then purple. I like kind of want to collect them, but I haven't read a Lucy Score book yet. And yes, Team Blue Stockings, that's the team I'm on. I am hoping we can get back up in the points. We started out super strong in first place, then we were in second place, and now we're in third place. But I'm hoping with this bonus challenge, we can really rally. I'm planning on getting at least one more book in before the end of the month and praying I can get a second one in. But I'm really going to have to buckle down to get that done. Hi, Vita. How are you? Good to see you. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Melody. I miss you. If this is the melody, this might be another melody, but there is a melody that does like pottery stuff also, as well as like booktube stuff. And I've been loving her pottery reels lately. They're really cool. I don't know that much about pottery, so I find it like fascinating. It's 1 a.m. for you. Oh my gosh. Are you going to stay up much later? Are you doing some late night reading? You're addicted? You're addicted to it? Oh, that's so encouraging. Yeah, I really want to love it. I have that book by her, and then I also have, I think it's called Forever Never. That's by her, right? Yeah, I have Forever Never by her as well, which sounds so dramatic. It's like, have you read it? It's like the love interest, this chick, she's the guy's wife. It's like his ex-wife's best friend, his boss's daughter, and his best friend's ex or something. Like it's like a triple threat taboo relationship situation. So he should never want to be with her, but like obviously they're going to fall in love. It just sounds really good. What a gorgeous youth. Thank you. Yes, I'm quite spoiled. I'm up pretty high. I live in Manhattan downtown. So this is looking kind of towards Chinatown. And then to my left is the East River. So we're pretty lucky. I've been here for a little over 2 years now, and I'll probably stay here till 2025. We'll see. It's only a 1-bedroom though, so I'll need more space to grow, and it's kind of expensive to have more than 1 bedroom in Manhattan. You're doing well. Good. Hope everyone is having a great night and enjoying their reads. Yes, speaking of, what is everybody reading tonight? I already know a couple of books you guys are reading. I'm reading Nighthawk. I started this the other day on the train on my way to a family reunion on my husband's side, and I'm about 80 pages in. It's about so the main characters, they're both mixed. Like our main guy, he's half Scottish, half black, and then our heroine is half black, half Native American. And I think this takes place in like, what year is it, 1700 something? No, 1889. And she accidentally killed a man defending herself. You know, he was like physically trying to assault her, and he ended up dying. So she's been arrested, and this U.S. Marshal kind of got mixed in with being responsible for taking her to the judge. You know, like the judge is supposed to rule, like, is she responsible for this guy's death or whatever? Even though everybody knows, like, she really shouldn't be, and he agrees also. But he's, you know, trying to do his job. So we'll see how the romance progresses. It's been kind of slow right now, but crossing my fingers it'll pick up. Finishing up the why can't I say that? Anti-Hero by Sarah Kate. Okay, I assume that's a dark romance. Is that the same? That's not the Anti-Heroes in Love duet, is it? Or is that something else? Oh, Melody said, okay, I'm thinking of another Melody then, but it's nice to see you, Melody. Yeah, trying to do an all-nighter, get some reading done, not read it, but would read more by her. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm sure her writing style's like if you really like an author's writing style, I feel like most of her books will work for you. Perfect, then these reading sprints are great. We can just chill and hang out together while you, continue reading. Hey, Hannah, how are you? Let me know if you wanna jump in. I know it's kinda late for you, so you're probably just stopping to say hi. I'm finally reading Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Ooh, that book I always hear great things about it. So, how are you liking it? I haven't read it myself. I'm trying to finish up What Moves the Dead. Ooh, I have not read anything spooky. I know people are getting in the spooky mood because fall is coming, and I'm in denial. But I should try some spooky ones. I only have a couple spooky books on my physical TBR. I picked up this book called She Started It a couple months back from Book of the Month. It's like a bachelorette, like vacation gone wrong. But I just think I only pick up thrillers when I think they sound funny. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny, but like just the title, She Started It, is hilarious. So maybe I'll read that once October rolls around. But I'm not really into witchy books either, which I feel kind of bad about. Let me know if you have any good witchy books that are more like spooky witchy versus rom-commy witchy. I've tried a couple of rom-commy witchy and they don't work for me as well, but I did read a kind of YA spooky witchy book that my friend suggested for a book club, and I thought it was pretty fun. I liked it when it was darker. Hannah hopes Vita loves the book she's reading. Hi, Amber. Just finished. You just finished Nighthawk? Really? And gave it 4 stars. Okay. Good to know. I'm excited. I've been picking up more of Beverly Jenkins books. I really want to physically own more Black love stories and stuff. So I'm working on my physical collection of that. I don't typically buy a lot of physical romance because I just like consume them so much faster on my Kindle. But yeah, I want to have it be more represented on my physical shelves. So I have been buying more of hers. And I also picked up The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest the other day. So yeah, happy to have that on my shelf as well. Now you're starting Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I need to try a Sophie Lark as well. I haven't tried one of hers yet, but so many of the romance booktubers talk about Sophie Lark. That's how I felt about like Penelope Douglas. I finally like tried some of her books and I loved it. I was pleasantly surprised. So I have hope for like really liking Sophie Lark as well because they always give good recommendations, those girls. Vita says the book she's reading is great so far and you're loving the atmosphere. That's awesome. Yeah, maybe I should check it out. It's like Dark Academia vibes, right? Okay, everybody. I am thinking we can do 45-minute sprints. I'll definitely do at least 2 sprints, but I could do more. So let's see how tired I get. I do have to work in the morning. My first meeting's at 10, so I can kind of like take my time. And I work from home. So maybe we could make it till midnight. So that's what, 3 hours from now? Hannah says Sophie Lark is good, like popcorn. And that's what I love. That's what I want. I just want to like stuff my face with good books. So yeah, let me share the timer. I've gone with the trendy Pomodoro Kitty. Let me present this really quick. Share. There we go. Do we like this view? Do we like this view? What do we want to do? No, that's too small. You can't see that. That seems good. Okay. 45 minutes works for everyone. I will start the timer and I will catch up with you guys in 45. Happy reading. Oh, let me fix the screen. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm going to present my cute little library in the background if I still have it open. Where is it? There it is. How did everybody's reading go? I got, how many pages is this? About 25 pages read in a mass market paperback. So pretty good. Story's definitely picking up for me. How's everybody else's reading going? Hi, Kristen. Sorry I'm late. I'm hoping to get through a big chunk of the Unhoneymooners. No worries about being late. There's no being late. We're just hanging out. You can come whenever you like. Hi, Eliza. Thanks for stopping by. You're reading Snows of Nissa. How's it going? I keep seeing on your socials that you're reading this book. Is it good? Or are you slowly making your way through it? Maybe I'm just seeing it in pieces. But I don't know how fast you usually read books. I'm just, how far are you? Are you almost done? Bad reader. Hello. OMG, I got so freaked out when I heard the meow because I only have dogs. I know. It's my first time using that timer. And when other people use it and I hear the meow, I jump out of my skin like every time. It's like not that loud, but it's just so sudden. I don't know. You would think it'd be kind of like a peaceful meow, but it does make me jump. Yeah, it scared you too. I'm so sorry. But maybe I'll catch it before next time and I'll just gently be like, hi guys, welcome back. Which isn't as startling. Happily Ever Books on page 267. OMG, the steamy scenes. Really? Okay, I live for the steamy scenes, so happy for you. What are you reading again? Let me scroll back up. Oh yeah, Things We Never Got Over. Yeah. Can't wait. There's another book that I picked up because Romance BookTube was like really hyping it. What is it called? The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. And I was like, oh my God, everybody says it's amazing. But apparently it's kind of fade to black. And I was like, no steamy scenes? Why did I buy this? But they still say it's worth it. You know, I've been told that the emotional impact is still worth the read. I'm like, okay, I won't get rid of it. I'll give it a try. Hannah says she got 3 chapters read. That's really good. Oh, the Honeymooners are really liking it. It's hilarious. Okay. Is that by Christina Lauren? I forget. Hi, Jeslyn. Hello. I'll be reading The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie by Jennifer Ashley. I have not heard of that. What kind of book is that? And you've read 5 pages. Any pages read is a successful time. Vita says, my good is going great. There's so much world building already. My good. What does that mean? Let me go back up. Aren't you reading? Yeah, you're reading Ninth House. Okay. Oh, do you mean my good? My book is going great, I assume? Yeah. Here we go. Book. Oh, it's a historical romance. Okay. I'm reading a historical too. It's not like a London style historical, but I've read a lot of classic historicals in my day for sure. Okay, it is Christina Lauren. Okay. Yeah, how are you liking it? I feel like, do you not mind Fade to Black? I mean, I just told you I love the steamy bits. And I know Christina Lauren more recently has been Fade to Black. So people either tend to like seek her out or avoid her or avoid them for that reason. It's author duo, right? So yeah. How's everybody doing is everybody participating in the historical romance readathon? Did the bonus challenge go well? I know the Blue Stockings team figured it out. I'm not going to tell you the answer if you're not on my team, but I'm hoping it really beefs up our score. I'm feeling competitive and I want us to get a good man. We've had a lot of fun intrigue. I've loved all the stories that Maggie's come up with For the people on the other if anybody else is participating and you're on another team, what are some of the stories you guys have gotten? I feel like she's just writing them, like, obviously it's based off, like, the polls and stuff, so she's just, like, making them up as she goes, I guess. I don't know how much she, like, prepped the stories, but I'm very impressed with the writing and everything. They're very fun. Amber is on chapter 7 of Brutal Prince so far. I'm liking it, but not getting a 5-star vibe, but I'll definitely continue with the series so far. That's all right. I mean, honestly, if I rate a book 4 stars, that's a really good win for me. 3 stars is kinda like, it was fine," but, like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It was like, whatever. But 4 stars, I'm like, "Yeah, that was good." 5 stars is rare for me. Very rare. How many 5 stars do you normally give out, Amber? Are you like a generous 5-star giver? Hannah says, "I'm hoping my reading picks up next month. This month has been so slumpy." Yeah, but you read, I feel like, so much more than me. I know you read a lot of audiobooks too, which probably helps, like when you're crafting and stuff. How many books have you gotten through so far this month? And why do you feel slumpy? Just things aren't like, are the things you're finishing not rated well? Or are you just not reading as much as you want? Hi, I'm reading Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent, and I'm really liking it. I'm at 65% in. That's the vampire one? That's the vampire one, right? I started that and I feel kind of guilty that I soft DNF'd it. Maybe I'll pick it back up again. But okay, how much time are we spending in the competition in that book? Like, you're 65%. Like, are you still in the competition? Because that's the part that I don't really care about. Because for me, I'm like, it's a romance, so I know she's not gonna, like, die. Like, the stakes aren't that high. At least, compared to, like, a non-romance, because it has to be happy ending, right? So how much of the competition is there? Because I just don't love competitions, but I do love vampires, and I do love romance, and I do love steam. And I do like things a little bit dark. So I think I just got intimidated because it's really long too. But yeah, let me know if you're still in the competition part. I just put in the answers. Good for you. What are you on? You're on my team. You're on my team, right? Nice. Good job. Get those points logged. I have to put in I finished a book this morning. I started it on Saturday with a couple other friends on reading sprints. I was reading with Meredith, Sam from Samantha Donovan, and Allie from Allie Do As Reads. And we were reading that Shrek smut book called Get in My Swamp. It's really short. It's like only 180 pages, I think. And it's so ridiculous. But I still have to log it. So I'll do that tonight. It was really fun to read it together, though. It was just like so ridiculous. Like, this girl, she's like supposed to marry like King Farquaad guy, but it's all like modernized and stuff. And she had Stockholm syndrome and she knew it, but she didn't care. Oh. Hi, Liz. How are you? Yes, Maggie is so clever. I wonder how much reading she's done now. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if, she didn't get to read as much as the rest of us, because considering she's like managing everything, I'm very impressed. Honestly, like, this whole thing she's doing, that would look great on a resume. This is like a great resume builder. Like all the community aspects and the creativity and the organizing. Honestly, what a great builder right there. Yeah, I'm also impressed with her writing. I feel like she could write a book. We should start requesting it. She really could. I was very impressed. Like, I was like sitting on the edge of my seat on some of these stories. One of the stories I got was like, the guy kissed the wrist of my character, and I was like, oh my God, okay. So cute. I think like 7 to 8 books. Okay, yeah, some books have been not great, but also I've been so busy and having trouble multitasking with audiobooks because of the stuff you're doing, LOL. So a mix of reasons. Yeah, maybe the things you're doing just like use too much focus. You can't do both at the same time. I could understand that. Sometimes when I don't listen to audiobooks that much, so I'm not the best at multitasking because if I end up, like, scrolling on Instagram or, like, looking on Amazon, like, I'm reading the text of those things and I stop listening to the book. So, I don't know how much audio books, like, save me time because I either have to be doing, like, mundane tasks at work and I can listen, or I have to, like, sit on the couch and, like, play, like, kinda like a Candy Crush type game on my phone so I can, like, concentrate, you know? Otherwise, I'm, like, too distracted and I'm not listening. Amber says, "I've read almost 100 books so far this year. Congratulations. That's amazing, and you've given 25 stars." Okay, that's generous. I wonder what my stats are at right now, actually. Let's take a peek because now I'm curious. My tracker isn't perfectly up to date. I think I'm behind on, like, 3 books or so, but I've read 48 only 48 books? 48 books so far this year, and I've given 8 of them 5 stars. So what's the percent? You're at like 25% or 20%. I'm curious what other people are giving too. Like, what is your percentage of giving 5 stars? I'm at 8 divided by 48 is what? 17% almost? Honestly, that's not bad. Though I will admit, 2 of my 5 stars are like silly Jessica Kane smutty novellas. That are objectively, like, not amazing, but, like, for what I expected and what I wanted, it delivered perfectly. So I gave it a 5 star. Jesslyn, you understand Hannah. I've been reading a lot, but none of them have been really good, so I also feel a reading slump coming. I hope you find something that really hits to get you out of that slump. There's nothing like a good book. Or maybe just like a solid break. OMG, you read Get in My Swamp Thoughts? I haven't read it. Yeah, I read it. It was fun and silly, but like I ended up giving it 2 stars because I couldn't give it more than 2 stars, guys. At first I was thinking like around 50%. I was like, I could give this 3 stars for just like a silly book. But then like I don't know. I've just read other novellas that kind of make more sense when it comes to the relationship, like progressing at like a certain pace. But the way they just like went from, or mainly the heroine, from how she hated the guy to a couple hours later being like giggling with him in bed, like how, you know? But it was a silly, fun time for sure. I feel like the author knew that this is ridiculous. Like she had to. Like she's not taking it seriously, you know? Like I was saying it in my blog earlier today because I'm vlogging for Historical Romance Readathon still. That the book is like a joke book. Like not like, oh, it's a joke, like you're a joke. Not like that. Like I feel like the author wrote it as like a joke. So if you go in with that mindset, like it's a silly fun time for sure. Definitely buddy read it because it's good to talk about. It's just such, I just rolled my eyes so many times, but I was definitely laughing and entertained. This book is over 400 pages, so hopefully you get another 400 points for the sprints. That's epic. Yes, I love also how Maggie broke down the points with like the page counts because, you know, depending on somebody's strategy, you could just go like 20 novellas, you know, boom, boom, boom. But like now you gotta earn it with them big boys too. Kind of evens the playing field a little bit, which I liked. If I was ever gonna do something even like smaller scale of like a readathon, I think I would do the page count points. I think that seems pretty fair. Regarding Serpent and the Wings of Night, pretty much the entire book is a competition. Okay. That makes me hesitate, to be honest. But I do want to be, I'm like, I get like the fear of missing out sometimes for certain books. That one, like I'm intrigued enough where I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll like try again. 5-star read for you. That's awesome. I hope you love it. Books forever after. Yes. Yeah, that's a book that I would maybe still try, even if it's like not like my typical tropes or plot setups that I gravitate towards. But who knows? Who knows what's in the cards for me? And honestly, my 2 friends, Sam and Eliza, really love this book. So like I kind of want to be in the know for them too. Kristen says, I don't care if there's steam or fade to black. I love it when the story moves at a good pace and the relationship grows. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, even with books for me, like if they're really steamy and I'm trying to like see the relationship, if it's lacking and if it has a ton of steam, but it's still lacking in the like relationship growth and the relationship building, I got to knock it down. Like that's the part that makes all the steamy bits for me really worth it. And I think like I wouldn't mind fade to black too much if I knew going in. Like if it was a surprise fade to black, that'd be really bad. I'd be chuck the book across the room. Oh, I read a Christmas book last Christmas that ended up being fade to black. I was so mad. I was like, this is slow burn. I did not know it was going to be fade to black. And I was like, why? Why did I read this? I thought the plot was also really bad too. And they had like repetitive scenes. It was just not a good book in general. And it just happened to be fade to black. So no shade on that. I was just like the nail in the coffin. Books Forever After says, yes, vampires. It is a slow build romance and world, but I'm still in it and loving it. Yes, still in competition, just in half point of competition. It reminds you of the Hunger Games. You know what? I did actually eat up the Hunger Games when I was a teenager. Intrigued again. How many books is it supposed to be? Is it done? Is it just like the 2 books and then they have that novella also? Is it wrapped up or is it still ongoing? I am on my 8th book this month. I think so. This month, I think so. Done better than. Sorry, I'm like reading this strangely. I'm like, where am I pausing? I'm on my 8th book this month, I think. So done better than last month. So I am happy. That's awesome. Yeah, 8 books is pretty stellar. I think I'm averaging. Yeah, so far this year, the most I read in a month has been 8. I'd say I average about 6 books a month. So yeah, 8 always sounds good to me. But then there are people that read like 30 books. I'm like, I wish I could read that fast. But alas, I do not. Nikki says, Hannah, since you are not on Seductress, I welcome you to take a reading break. Oh, she's coming for you. Well, I don't recall. Hannah, which team are you on again? I forget, but you're not on my team, so maybe I'm trying to sabotage you. Oh, just jokes. Okay, you've given 35 stars out of 109 books. Wow. Okay, what percent is that? Let's do the math. I need to know the exact numbers. 109. 27.5% 5-star rating. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Wow. Any top recommendations? I'll be excited to see like your end of year wrap up videos of like your favorite books of the year and everything. The end of the year is always so fun for that. There's like always so much content that comes out at the end of the year and the start of the year. I got to start prepping for that. I got to like list out all the videos I want to do. I wonder if there'll be like new trendy ones too. I'm not too harsh. A eater, lol. Harsha raider, maybe. An eater, is that a typo? Yeah, raider. Yes, 2 books with a novella in between. Don't think there's any more for this story. I believe it's a big reason I was intrigued. The 8-book series get a little overwhelming sometimes, lol. I agree. And for me, it's tough because I have to feel like I can trust the author. Sometimes I feel, and this could totally be untrue. I might just be judging unfairly because I tend to accidentally do that. But I have to feel like I can trust the author knows where that like a long series is going to end up. Like if it is planned to be 8 books, like the author should know exactly the whole overarching story before writing book 1. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel like you're just figuring it out as she goes, you know? Because then, like, I don't know. I need to know where we're going. I have to trust that you know where you're taking us. Otherwise, I'm getting off the train. I'm getting off the ride. And unfortunately, that kind of happened with a book series that I really liked and was enjoying, From Blood and Ash. Like, I really was into the first one. And then I was excited to get to the second one. Loved how the relationship was progressing, even though I felt like there was a lot of filler. Like I felt like it could have been pared back a lot. Like it didn't need to be that long. And then the third book, I was like, what happened? The whole time, I'm just like trying to figure out what's the deal with Poppy, right? That's her name. And the third book, they just kept like whiplashing me back and forth. I just didn't feel like the author knew what she wanted to do with that character. So I gave up. I was like, these books are too long. I'll wait till the spoilers come out, you know? Right? Yeah, we need to feel that trust. Oh, you agree too? Yeah, I DNF'd at the third. And I liked the look of the books too. I liked having them on my shelves, but I gave them away to my neighbor friend. And she read them and then she was like, "What happened to that series?" I was like, "Yeah, I warned you, but like they were like still kind of fun, so I wanted her, I offered them to her." And yeah, she kind of felt the same by the time she got to the third one. But I do want to know what her deal is. I just don't want to commit the time to reading it myself. Okay, going back to Serpent. Yes, that's duology in the novella. Sorry, I'm like stumbling over my words. But other books to come in same world with overarching storylines. Okay, but like different couples, I imagine, right? Yeah. Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. That's the same. I've just started hearing about this book. I didn't realize that was the same world. And it's a standalone. Oh, because that's a sexy title. I can't lie. Slaying the Vampire Conqueror? That's a pretty dope title. So, okay. It's decided. I'm going to pick it up again. Maybe I'll add it to my TBR next month. I think I only got like 10% of the way in. I got to the part where, and this isn't a spoiler, it's so early. They're in the competition and they're eating dinner for the first time. It's like the first morning. You know what I mean? So I didn't get that far. And she barely met the hero. Like I think she saw him across the room, and I don't even know what his deal is yet. So yeah, maybe I feel like I should just commit. I should just pick it back up. Okay, let's see. It's 9 o'clock, pretty much. Let's go for another 45 sprint. I might change into my PJs and put my contacts in while we sprint so I can get cozy and comfortable. So we'll do definitely one more, and then I might just do a third. Because I know we have probably some California, West Coast, other time zones out here. Oops, let me switch this to this one. Okay. You're excited to see how you will like it the second. I'm sorry. I'm excited to see how you will like it the second round. Yes. Should I start? I'll start from scratch maybe. I think I'm going to go in with better expectations. I just got to get over this competition thing. I'm like, I know she's not going to, like, she might not win it, but I know she's not going to die, so I just kind of feel like that, but I just have to get over that. Okay. I will catch you guys in another 45 minutes. Happy reading. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hopefully, my voice is less startling than the kitty. How did reading go for everyone? I am myself very relaxed. I took my contacts out. I didn't change into my PJs yet because I'll probably take a shower after this. But I got to page 145. So that was like 31 pages I read. I feel like it's a little bit like cheating because mass market paperback pages are so much smaller. But I do feel more accomplished because the number goes up with how many pages I can read in a certain amount of time. I'm enjoying it a lot more. The romance has really picked up. You can see the attraction. It's quite sweet. I like the writing style. Let's see. How did everybody else do? How far did you get? How are you enjoying your reads? Tell me. The 3 sprints is good. Yep, I'm getting a little tired, but I can still do one more. Hi, Allie. How are you? I have no idea what time it is in Hawaii. Gotten decent at the Australia time conversion, but not the Hawaiian. And what video are you editing? I'm curious to know. What can I look forward to? I have a couple videos I need to edit at some point too. I got my Jade Legacy spoiler vlog I need to edit. And I have my historical romance readathon week 3 vlog that I need to edit. I'm currently filming for week 4, which will be the last week. And I have like 2 vlogs that are super old at this point. Is it 2? Maybe 1. Maybe 1 left that I think I filmed in like April or so. So I want to get that out at some point, but it keeps getting delayed because of more like collaborations and stuff. It's like more time pressing to do those videos instead. But I might still post it anyway, even though it'll probably be like in a sweater and stuff. But I guess it's fall, so it was like early spring, so my clothes wouldn't match summer. But since now it's kind of going into fall, maybe I can get away with it and people won't really notice that it's super old. That's funny. I make myself laugh. Hi, Kay Simmons. How are you? You hope everyone is well. Just been lurking and reading. Thank you for hosting sprints. Boop the like. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for like lurking and hanging out. Like you're always welcome. Don't ever feel like you're just lurking. You are greatly appreciated hanging out with us. That's one of the things like I always say to my friends that I know like in person. You know, they'll make plans and they're like, do you want to do this? I'm like, I'm just here for the company. Like, I'm down for whatever. I just want to be with some good people, you know, hanging out. Doesn't matter what we're doing. On page 300, 180 to go. You are killing it. You are flying through that book. It must be super good. Now I'm like so excited to get to it. Sometimes, like, with my physical books, I put off reading them because 1, I have to read them out here in the living room with the lights on. And 2, it's a little harder for me to carry them around versus the Kindle. But I tend to buy the ones that I think I'll like the most. So like the ones I'm the most excited for whatever reason, you know, it's just not mathing. I'm just not reading them when I should. I should just get over that and just pick up the physical ones. I really want to read that book. Oh my gosh. Oh, for a second I thought it was going to say 4 a.m. It's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. on the 28th, right? Yeah. Because Australia's in the future. But I just wonder how that works. Because I know Meredith says scheduling sprints with you is easy. But you guys are always on separate days, I would imagine, right? 12% into 9th house. Loving it. That's awesome. Is the plot really starting to pick up, or is it still kind of in that introductory area where you're getting to know like the characters and the mystery is just starting to like, I assume it has a mystery element, right? Starting to get introduced. It's an announcement video for something I'm doing in September. OMG. Now I'm extra excited. I'm about to run to your channel, put notifications on. Ooh, yeah, I wonder what you're announcing. I have to plan my September TBR also. When am I gonna film that? Probably on Wednesday. And I know Sash from Sash Reads is doing, what is she calling it? Thick Thighs, I think, something like that. It's like a plus size readathon, and I want to participate in that. I want to get some good books read with that in mind. So now I have to consider whatever you're doing in September also. Post it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to post that old one. I'll post that old one. When though, like I have a whole, I mean, you saw, we both have been doing our like booktuber planning stuff lately. I think I got it like scheduled kind of far out. Let me see. When do I have this? I keep pushing it. That's the only thing. What's today's date? I have it scheduled for 50 years in the future. Oh my God. September 17th. Because everything else keeps coming up. Like I got my historical romance vlogs I got to post. Then I got my September TBR. Then I have a collab on the 5th. Then I have to do my August wrap up. Then I have to do J Legacy at some point. And I have like 2 book hauls that I filmed over a month ago that I need to film or that I need to post. And I have another one on deck. And then I've bought more books. So I have another one I can film. So book hauls will be coming in September. And then that old vlog. It was a reading TikTok hyped books. I don't even remember what I read for it. I might have read Evelyn Hugo in that, but I don't remember what the other book was. Listen to about 60 pages of Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren while I cleaned the kitchen. Almost 40% in and liking it so far. I haven't heard of Twice in a Blue Moon. Obviously, I know Christina Lauren. She's very, very popular. But how did I miss this one? Is this like an older book? Or is it like new? I don't know how I wouldn't have heard of it. Hanging out with good people reading, beautiful pastime, right? Yeah, I agree. It's very cozy right now. I'm super, super relaxed. I'm enjoying my book. If I was any more relaxed, I would fall asleep, but I'm pretty content to keep reading with you guys. 30% done. I can't believe I haven't picked this up before. You're getting it done now, though. You're getting to it. It's 3 a.m. here on Tuesday. Where are you? Are you in on Tuesday? Are you in, I mean, what is, England is like 5 hours ahead, right? So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Are you in like Europe right now? Me and Mare are only 3 or 4 hours apart, depending on time change. Hawaii doesn't do daylight savings. But yeah, 1 day apart. That is so interesting. Okay, so if it's like 4 p.m. for you, I imagine she's 3 or 4 hours. Is it 3 or 4 hours earlier in the day, but like the next day? Oh my God, my mind is going to explode. I mean, I could look this up, but I'm sure it's quick for you to tell me. Also, LOL, it's not that exciting. I'll still look forward to it. Thick Thighs, right? Thick Thighs Readathon. I want to participate too. My thing isn't a readathon, so don't worry. Either way, I'll look out for your announcement. Announcements are always fun. You know what? Speaking of announcements, I need to figure out. So I did my Being book club for the Greenbone Saga trilogy. And I'm trying to figure out if I like what I want to read next. Let me know if anybody's interested in either participating with me as a co-host or like just any book recommendations. I kind of liked doing a series binge because it just makes me read the series so much faster. Obviously, I love romance. So that could be fun, but I do like the idea of like getting some of the fantasy series that I've been really interested in read. So I'm like considering doing that, or we could do some standalones. So yeah, I got to think about that because I don't have anything planned for the book club in September, but maybe I'll take September to, vibe people out on like what they would be interested in and come up with some ideas, maybe put out some polls. And maybe the following month, we could kick off the book club again for round 2. Yeah, I stopped buying physical books because I only read on my Kindle due to my eyesight. The books look so pretty, though. Yeah, my friend that I know who lives in this building also has like an eyesight visual impairment. I guess I could politically say that. Correct me if I'm wrong. So she mainly listens to audiobooks, but can still read on her Kindle. So we went book shopping at the Ripped Bodice in Brooklyn the other day. I just posted a reel about it. If you want to see it on Instagram, it's going to be in my latest vlog also. The store is super cute, and she came along with me and my other friend, and she had a great time, but she was just a little disappointed that she couldn't, it wasn't worth it to like buy any physical books. Even though one day she does want to have a library. She was like, it would be super cool if at bookshops you could like scan the book. And tell me if this already exists, because I was like, maybe it does. If you could scan the physical book and it would link you to like the ebook version or the audiobook version, like that would be awesome. And also, she was saying it kind of sucks that, she has a collection of audiobooks, but she can't like loan out her books. Does anybody know if that's a thing? Like, can you loan out audiobooks somehow? Because, yeah, that just kind of, I don't know. I just feel like it's limiting. You can't share your ebooks really. You can't really share your audiobooks unless you like have the same passwords or whatever. But it's not the same as being like to your friend, like, oh, like, here you go, So somebody's got to do that. That's like a great niche opportunity, like a business opportunity, I feel like. Solving problems like that. That would be nice. Any readathons in October? Not that I know about, but I do. Well, maybe I know a little bit. Sam from Samantha Donovan has been like pre-filming a bunch of stuff for like this whole big thing that's happening in October. What is she calling it? Is it Octoberathon? I don't know. It's like, I think she's gonna post every day. So that might be a thing. I'm sure there's gonna be some spooky readathons, but I don't know of any in particular. But people in the comments, definitely drop them down if if you have any good ones that we should be participating in. Maybe I should be a spooky girly for like the first time on purpose in October. I think that would be actually really fun. Like reading my first like whatever, like scary book. Like I don't even think I've really read like a proper horror. I almost listened to this book that Sam just listened to, and I think who else listened to it? Oh, I don't remember. Actually, I still have it checked out. Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. I heard it's super creepy. I don't even know is it horror or thriller? I have no idea. But she was definitely spooked, so I'm intrigued. But with all the historical books I'm trying to read, I just didn't pick it up. But I got it for 7 more days, and the month's gonna end before then, so maybe I'll listen to it in September. Is it already gonna be September, guys? I'm not ready. I'm not ready for September. It's still very mysterious, but I'm learning more. Very intrigued so far. Solid. Nice. We'll see. I wonder if you'll be able to guess any of the endings. It's always nice to be able to like suss things out. I do like a good mystery here and there. I haven't read that many, but my favorite mystery of all time is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. So good. Had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Super fun. It's like a Groundhog's Day situation where this guy, he's like in some kind of like hell thing, because obviously it's Groundhog's Day, so there's a bit of a magical element. And every day he wakes up in a different body of a guest at this like old-timey party thing. And Evelyn Hardcastle gets murdered at the end of the party, and he has to figure out who killed her before he gets through all the guests, I guess, because like his memory will get erased again if he wants to escape the loop. Not the best explanation, but a really great book that I'd highly recommend. I can't wait until I forget more of the details so I can read it again. I have another book by the same author called The Devil in the Dark Water that is a 5-star prediction for me because I gave The 7.5 Deaths 5 stars. But it's the type of book that I want to love it so bad I haven't picked it up yet. So we'll see. I love a good mystery. I wish I had videos on deck. You got it. It's the next level. We're leveling up. I feel like 6 months ago, I wasn't doing this kind of thing. Even like 3 months ago, but I just got so inspired by like the other booktubers that I talk to on the regular. Honestly, if you just talk to Sam more, Sam is so, I've been talking about Sam a lot. She is so organized. Like she has stuff planned out so far in advance. I was like, oh my God, I need to do that more. So that's when I made that whole calendar thing. I was like, this is genius. That way I can kind of at least film like 2 videos at a time, which is nice. Versus kind of like being like, I got to film something for my next post, which can be a little stressful. The vibes in 9th house are everything. All vibes. Yeah, 3 or 4 earlier than me, but a day ahead. It gives me a headache every time I think about it too hard. Yeah. You know, fun fact, China has no time zones. I mean, it's a big country, you know? Is it as wide as the US? I don't know. But it doesn't have any time zones. So like far west and then the far east of China are the same time. Even if the sun obviously going to set at, I guess the sun would set at like maybe 5 p.m. for one side of the country and then like 8 p.m. on the other side. I'm down for whatever you choose for book club. Nice. Thank you. Yeah. I'm leaning towards doing something standalone. That way, I think with the series, like I like binging them, but it's just inevitable that like the interest is going to fall off because not everybody's going to keep up to the next book, which I understand. So like I'm going to post my Jade Legacy vlog, but I'm not like expecting stellar numbers because it's spoiler and it's a 3rd book in a series. So maybe we'll try some standalones and see how that goes. My library does that. You can scan books at the store and find out if it's available. That's awesome. That is so cool. I need that. I need to find out how my library does that so I can tell my friend about it. I think she'd really appreciate that. Yes, right? Oh, so good. I literally couldn't guess anything. And I just loved, I mean, I know it says it on the back about the ground, like the bodies thing, but I kind of went in really blind. So that part really shocked me. Like I was listening to it on via audio. And I was like working out in the gym, like kind of half listening to it. And then I was like, wait, what? What just happened on the first body switch? And it like blew my mind that I was like, hold up. I need to buy this right now. And I bought a physical copy. Yeah, I loved it. I'm doing the same thing with Devil in the Dark Water. It's been on my shelf for ages. Should I make that the book club book and then we'll both read it? I could totally do that because it's on my like list of 20 books or whatever I wanted to read in 23 books I wanted to read in 2023. So that would make a really good book club pick. That way we can just get it done and know if it's as amazing as the other one. Sam is queen. She literally inspires me so much. There are so many different things that I love about all the creators in this community and stuff that just inspire me. And even like doing these live streams, like it was one of my goals this year to have the confidence to do it. And yeah, I'm just glad like I've made so many friends and like got the push through collaborations. Like, you know, for these sprints, it's for the readathon and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I gotta do a good job, be a good host. I'll, you know, face my fear and just go for it. And it's been really good. Like I'm on here by myself. Like, oh my God, thank you guys for being here with me. Like, you know, the first time I was like, I will just talk into the void. But it's really, really encouraging that there are people there and people that I talk to on Instagram. And yeah, it's just I'm like a brand new woman. I'm just really impressed with my personal growth, honestly. I should tell my therapist. But yeah, I've been really inspired by so many people. Like Maggie, Allie, Sam, Eliza, just everybody has been killing it. Yes, I need to get to Evelyn Hardcastle. I hear the POV thing is great. It really is. And it's like you think you're gonna, because it's a groundhog, so you think you're gonna know what happens, but like things like subtly change as like you know, it's really, really well done. It like blows my mind that the author could puzzle this all together. Like, how do you brainstorm that? That's like so impressive. I don't know what else he's written. I don't know if he's written many other books. I only know of those two. No, time zones would be lovely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it would make things easier. I want to work on getting more comfortable hosting my own live streams. I did it once and I bombed. I'm sure it was fine. If you want to do some, hit me up. As long as, I mean, we could figure out a time that works for the two of us, and I will gladly be on your channel if you want some friends. And Sam loves lives too. I'm sure she would join. There's so many people that do it that I'm sure if you just ask would be like, heck yeah, I'll be on, you know. For me, I know it's like sometimes I get scared to ask. Like even with the book club thing, I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll do it. Da, da, da. And then people reached out to me. They're like, I would love to like co-host with you. I was like, thank you so much because it makes it less scary, you know? So yeah, I'd be down. Thank you, Melody. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are having a good time hanging out with me. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so kind. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Okay. I think this is a good time to do that last sprint. For me, it's almost 10:30. That'll put us at about a little past 11. We'll chat and we'll wrap up. So let's get the timer back up. Oh my God, I'm so relaxed. I'm like chilling. I'm actually a little sweaty though, too. Like I'm a bit warm also. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody. Happy reading, and I will see you in 45 minutes. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Lucky for you, I caught the meow at the very last millisecond. I was like, oh no, he's going to scare everybody. And I clicked it right in time. Okay. How did everybody go reading wise? My update. I'm on page 182 now, so I read almost 40 pages. That's pretty good. I'm really invested. This book is pretty fun now. I'm like, there's a lot of action. I feel like with some of these, like, when was this written? I feel like with some of the older historicals I've come across, like this was written in not that long ago, 2011. There's like so much that happens, you know? Like I feel like in a lot of more modern or even like written more recently books, not too much happens. Like there's like this big overarching plot, but in these ones, like it feels like a TV show. Like these could be episodes, you know what I mean? Like, oh, the episode when he saves her from this, or the episode when she runs away, or the episode, you know, like so much happens. And it looks like I'm just past halfway. So yeah, I've been really entertained. I love seeing all the pining from our characters and the jealousy and the being like, oh, she's not for me, but like he wants her really bad. It's super cute. Loving it. It's sitting at like a really solid 4-star right now. When I started sprints today, I was like, oh, it's fine, 3 stars. Now I'm thinking 4 stars. So hopefully it continues to get better and better because I'm having a good time. Okay, let's see. I was editing and was like, why is Daphne's voice in this? That's so funny. You're like, wait a second. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not as startling. Trying to speak softly. I didn't get as much reading done, relocated to the couch and indulged in some Halo top ice cream. Super comfy now though, LOL. Ooh, what flavor ice cream are you eating? Is it like a fun, like made up, like you know how they have like the crazy names and stuff for like the Ben and Jerry's and stuff? Like what flavor are you eating? I always love something that has chocolate in it. I do love an action-packed romance. Yeah, there's honestly, like it is quite action-packed. Like the guy, he's a sheriff and like he's really good with guns and like fighting people. And our heroine, she's pretty fiery. Like she doesn't let people just like stomp her down. Like she's had a really hard life, to be honest. But like she doesn't let that stop her from like standing up for herself, which I really, really enjoy about her. So yeah, I'm really, really loving this. I think these characters are really cool. I'm on page 346 and I don't want to stop, but it's 4 a.m. Well, if you don't have anything major to do in the morning, you're almost there, right? You said you had 180 left when you were at like 300. Actually, that's still kind of a lot of pages. Aren't you exhausted by now? You are killing it, though. I'm very impressed with your stamina. How tired are you on a scale of 1 to 10? And how much responsibilities do you have in the morning? That's the true test to see if you should go to bed or not. Because if you're really loving it, you might as well keep going. I couldn't read this sprint, but I got some work done. Are we doing one more or was this the last one? I think this is probably the last one. It's 11:15. It's not too late, but I do have work. So I think that might be the last one. But I'll schedule some more sprints in September and there will be more sprints for the historical romance readathon and all of that. So keep your eyes peeled in the Discord for those announcements. I'll check the schedule right now, actually, because I can see it from the co-hosts. We have Crystal is supposed to be hosting tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. The 30th, nobody's booked yet. And then the 31st, the last day, Maggie is hosting at 8:30 EST. April plans on joining. I might join those two if I can. So yeah, we'll have at least 2 more sprints before the end of the month for the readathon. In the middle of a steamy scene. Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt your steamy scene. I actually, the last break we had, I was in the middle of the steamy scene and I was like, whoop. I kind of had like a intermission part where they were kind of like, I was like, okay, I got 30 seconds left. I can't keep going. And then I forgot. And then I went back to reading. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm in the middle of this super steamy scene right now. Oh. I know. And then also it's like you have that pressure to be like, I got to hurry up and because the timer is running out. Oh. Almost reached my goal for today on page 393. Need to get to 404 before I sleep. 404. That's a funny number. Actually, like 404 error, right? My friend, she just moved up from Georgia. She's living in New York now, and her area code is 404. I never met a 404 person before. That's a lot of fours. I think that's a funny number. No, it's boring ice cream just called strawberry. Oh, it's vegan. It's a vegan brand and I love it. They do have a great chocolate flavor. Which vegan brand? I am vegan. Is it you said it's Halo something? I feel like at least in New York in my closest grocery store, they got a lot of vegan ice creams, which is super nice. But whenever I leave the city and go into the suburbs, I struggle to find stuff. They'll have like things here and there, but the suburbs is tough. But I'm sure even if for people that aren't fully vegan, like just eating vegan ice cream is probably a nice break on their stomach if they're sensitive to dairy and stuff. So it's nice to have options for everyone. I think I'm staying up to finish. I have 4 hours left, so I'll be done around midnight. Midnight's not so bad. You got this. And is that 4 hours at one time speed or 4 hours at the speed you're listening to it? Because you could be done even sooner. I am a little and none. I can sleep all day. Perfect. Have a little special treat for yourself and just like go for it. That's what I would do. If you're not tired, you know. It might throw off your circadian rhythm, your sleeping pattern, but that's what a good book will do to you. So I don't blame you at all. Now I'm so excited to read that book. I want to collect all of them, but I'm trying to like control myself. I just love the cover so much. They're so cute. I actually had to read it twice. The first time I flipped the page and it was 2 pages, so I missed half of it. Oops. Of the steamy scene. That's funny. You're like, wait a second. They're where? I feel like this is a bit, maybe not too TMI, but like sometimes depending on the writer, when it comes to those scenes, you have to be a good writer. Cause like sometimes you're like, where, like how are they positioned? Like what can be kind of confusing. So I can't imagine like skipping a whole page and being like, wait, what? Where? What's happening? You know? Oh, Halo Top is the ice cream brand. It's so yummy. Okay. I feel like I heard of Halo Top. Do they only do vegan stuff? I thought they were like regular ice cream. Maybe I'm crazy. There's a lot of ice cream brands. I don't think I've tried Halo Top specifically though. I'm sure it's delicious. Is it what is it based? Is it coconut based? I don't love the coconut based ones. I do love like an oat based, like Oatly. I really like Oatly ice cream and milks. I missed the part where there's a readathon going on, so maybe I'm an oddball out here. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm reading a vampire paranormal romance, and he's 500 years old, so I'd call him historical. Oh my God, you're so funny. Yes, so I've been co-hosting in August a readathon that Maggie from Maggie's Books and Stuff is hosting. I don't have any of the links in my description right now, but it's all on my channel. But it's wrapping up because it's the end of August. But I'll do more sprints outside of readathons and stuff. But it is a good push for me to like put them on the calendar. So maybe I can do, I don't know, what feels like a good amount, like at least 2 times a month. That's what I've been doing for these readathons, and it's been pretty nice. But I know Meredith does so many. Like she scheduled a ton, I think like today or the day before, of like 6 live streams she plans on hosting for sprints and stuff. So I'm like, Maybe one day I'll do that many. 4 hours at 1.4 speed. I tried fast, but I couldn't like faster, but you couldn't focus. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty fast. I mean, what do I listen at? If I can read along with my eyes, I can obviously do it faster. But yeah, I'm not the best multitasker. I have to be listening at least 75%. My brain has to mostly be into the listening. Secrets and Truth by Whitney Hill, and I made it to 23%. I haven't heard of that. That's the Vampire Paranormal book. He's 500 years old. How old is the love interest? You know what? I could talk on a tangent about anything almost. I was watching Vampire Diaries. I kind of took a break. It's been like 2 weeks since I've watched an episode. I think I'm on like season 4. But I started it a couple months ago and I was binging it for a bit. But like, why are these vampires that are like 500 years old going for 16-year-old girls? Like, you're a grown man. You're like beyond a grown man, and she's a child. Like, I know like the target demographic for these shows were like teens and stuff. So like, obviously they want to see themselves in the characters. But I'm like, as a now grown adult woman, I'm like, dude, that's yucky. Find a grown woman, you know? And even in the show, like for those that have watched, Damien, the older brother, obviously he's also a vampire, he's really old. But like he was hooking up with one of the high school girls, and then he's like hooking up with one of the moms. It's like, what do the townspeople think about this guy? Like, how old do the people think he is? Like, obviously they think the main love interest, Stefan, is a teenager, right? So it's fine because they think he's a teenager. But how old do they think Damien is for him to be like hooking up with a high schooler and then hooking up with like moms and stuff? Like, that makes no sense to me. That's a tangent. So if you know, let me know your opinion about it. Because I'm like, why is nobody questioning these people? She was on her back and then he fell on her back. And I was like, what? That is so funny. Oh, you're like, when did she turn over? Oh my God, I'm dead. That is so funny. And of course, you might be right about Halo Top having both vegan and non-vegan options. Yes, I love the Oatly. I know a little bit about my ice cream. I got like vegan ice cream sandwich bars. No, what do you call those? Just sandwiches? You know, where it's like the chocolatey, squishy bit, and then it's got like the ice cream, vanilla ice cream in the middle. I have those in the fridge. They're only okay. I think they're like Tofuddy brand. They're okay. They're like pretty low calories. So I'm like, okay, they're not going to taste the best. But if I'm really hankering for some ice cream, I have those on deck. Okay, I'm going to head out now. Thanks for Sprints. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Of course, everybody. Good question. Definitely an adult, but I'm sure there's an age gap. But she's half elf. Ooh, elf. Interesting. Elf, and like not like how things are fae these days, like different. I don't think I've read like elf. That's cool though. Damon and Stefan have so many adult options, but they go for teenagers. Literally, I don't understand. I mean, I get that Elena like looks like Catherine, which would be the draw, but still. Yeah, that age gap never even registered for me as a teenager, but now as an adult, it's deaf weird, right? Same for me with like Twilight. It didn't cross my mind at all. I was like, yeah, I'm totally down for that. I think Damon is supposed to be 25, which is laughable by the end of the series. Really. Also, did you watch? Again, a tangent. Did you watch the spinoff show? Because apparently you're supposed to watch them kind of like mixed in together. What is it called? The originals. But I'm like, do I want to do that? That's kind of a lot going back and forth because it's kind of a show I'd put on mindlessly and like have in the background. So I think I might just go watch again all the way through Vampire Diaries to the very end, and then I could start originals, even if I spoil myself for stuff because they were airing at the same time. I don't know. I was trying to find like guides. Let me know what you did. I always thought Damien, I forget what his name is. was aged in college slash lower 20s. He was my fave though. He's got that smoldery eyes. He's got that look about him, you know. I can't deny he's the more attractive brother for sure. He was definitely my type in high school too. Even worse, haha, but yes, definitely my fave. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I had a fabulous time tonight. I hope you did as well. You watched one episode of the originals, but I hear it's good. I think it started in the middle of it did. It started, I think, season 5 of The Vampire Diaries. So I'm on season 4. So I'm like still able to decide what I want to do, but we'll see. But yeah, I had a great time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys really make all these sprints like super fun and worthwhile. You know, it makes it just like a chill, cozy friends time hanging out. Even though I'm sitting here alone in my apartment, I'm not alone because you guys are here, and I really appreciate that. I will see all of you another night. Have a good night, and happy reading and stay safe. Bye, guys.